guys, so I finished the rest of season 3 of Ginny and Georgia, and all I gotta say is, Ginny, aka Miss Don't Play With My Mama and Find Something Else Better to Do, Miller, come to the front of the room, sis. I don't know why people be playing around with the Miller family. Like, Ginny is Georgia's daughter, period. Okay? So she gonna find a way to make it work. Somehow, some way, in Georgia Miller fashion, Ginny figured out, she was like, you know what? Since my mom is giving up on herself and she's just gonna accept the fact that she's gonna spend the rest of her life behind bars, not on my watch. She flipped the script so fast. She told Austin, like, look what your dad did to me, right? Because Gil, like, put his, like, hands on her. She was like, listen, the court wants, they want somebody. They want to put somebody behind bars. Let's put your dad behind bars. He's trying to take you to Michigan. I'm not going to see you. You're not going to see mom. Like, let's get it together. Also, in that courtroom, and he flipped that switch, he said, that man back there, my dad, I saw him. I was hiding in the closet. He snuck in the room, and he's the one that suffocated Cynthia's husband. And when I tell you, everybody was gagged, even Georgia herself, she was not expecting that. But I'm like, Georgia, like, these are your kids, girl. Like, these are your kids. So we get into Max, right? So Max, okay, this is I love Max. I feel like Max kind of reminds me of me, like, where we're just like try to just be happy even though things are falling apart, but we're not gonna show it, right? We're not gonna look like what we've been through. We're gonna try to push through, and that's what it's giving. And I just feel like just like her personality, she's quirky, she's fun, she's just, I don't know, I really love Max, and I feel like she gets like misunderstood by her friends, or they kind of like, I don't even know, they don't do it purposely, but like subconsciously, like they just like, she just I don't know, just slips underneath the cracks with them, right? And that's what's been happening. And Max is feeling the type of way, like they're the rest of Maine, which is Ginny, Nora, and Abby, they're bonding. They spilling secrets with each other. They egged Abby's dad's house and everything, like, and Max is feeling it, right? And she's trying to express herself to her friends, and they're not hearing it. They're not. And mind you, Max is the reason why Ginny is a part of this friend group. They weren't really messing with her in the beginning. Remember in the beginning when they went shoplifting and they blamed it on Ginny? Girl, Max was your friend. Like, it hurt my heart to see. Like, I know Ginny was going through her stuff or whatever or whatnot, but it hurt my heart to see, like, Ginny be like, oh, like, you know, we're growing apart. Like, what do you mean we're growing apart? That's your fault, sis. That's your fault, right? But Max, like, she has such a caring and loving spirit that she just lets stuff slide. Like, no, Max, I want to go through the screen and be like, listen, I want to be her new friend. But like, look, you're not about to treat my girl like this. This is my friend. This is my good sis, and you're not about to treat her like that. No. But she does her little play or whatever, and it's Battle of the Exes. Sophie's in a play, and she kisses her, and then Silver sees it, and it's just one big thing. But Max, like, listen, I'm gonna put me first. She breaks up with Silver. She's like, Sophie, stop. Like, I don't want no parts in this. Like, you didn't want me before, now you want me now. Like, no, like, you can't have me. Like, and I love that for Max. Like, I love that for her. She deserves it. And she's a good freaking sister. Like, even though Marcus, like, he's going through, like, you know, he's battling, like, you know, addiction to alcohol and whatnot, and like, I don't know, she's going through a lot, but like I said, she, like, you would never know because she's so positive and happy all the time. And I just really don't like the way that, you know, like, her friends are treating her. She feels dismissed by her mom and now her brother. It's just a lot going on. So I'm really rooting for Max in the next season. I'm rooting for her. So Gil got into Zion's head, and basically now Austin is living with Gil and Ginny is living with Zion. CPS came and took them. It was like it was a scene. I felt so bad for them. Like, all they wanted was their mom. And even though Georgia's guilty, it's like, there is no but I love Georgia. Like, she's such a strong woman. Like, you know, she's a mix of like the antagonist, protagonist, but we're rooting for her, and I love that. Like, she has a story. Like, she's been through so much, and it's like, I'm so happy in the end. Like, even though it was, she shouldn't have she shouldn't be playing God. But, you know, there is no but, like I said. But it's like I want her to win. I really want her to thrive, and I'm hoping that next season she does. Even though I'm seeing like little snippets of her past coming back to like haunt her or whatever. So, anyways, so Zion's with Ginny, Austin is with Gil, and Simone ends up taking on the court case, right? Because Paul, let me talk to you real quick. I really thought that you was gonna be like, you know, the that ride or die type for Georgia, but you like switched up real quick. Like you stopped showing up to the court. Granted, I know you're the mayor and all that, and you gotta like, you know, save your reputation and all that. But it's like that's your wife, like, and you knew who you were marrying. Like, she told you, and you still continue to be with her. So it was like for you to do that, like switch up like that was wrong. That was wrong. I didn't like that. Even though Georgia is wrong too, like for everything, but it's like, come on. So I didn't like that, but Georgia was like, listen, she told Paul, because the lawyer was like, listen, your husband needs to be there. Your man ain't been there because Paul moved out. He's like done with Georgia. Nick is getting in his head. Listen, she was like, she pulled up Ginny, because you know Ginny got pregnant, right? Oh, that's another thing. Ginny got pregnant by Wolf, and I'm just like, the way he switched up on her was just crazy, okay? Like, talking about, oh shit, that's wild. I'm carrying your baby, and that's all you gotta say? But, so yeah, Georgia found that pregnancy test, and she told Paul, no, well, she didn't find it, was in a trash can, but she took it out. She said, Paul, I'm pregnant. Once Paul figured out that was a lie just to get, you know, so she can get back in his good graces so he can show up to court, he went off on her. Like, off. So, Marcus, he's struggling with, like, you know, drinking or whatnot. And he doesn't want to admit that he has a problem. Granted, he's going through like his depression and stuff, but it's really taking a toll on him. Like, he's gonna have to repeat, I think they're in the 10th grade, he's gonna have to repeat the 10th grade. Like, it's just a lot going on. I do like that him and Jenny did, like, you know, rekindle, like they're, you know, even though they're not together, it's like a little, you know, it's teenage stuff, right? But he is struggling with it, and in the end he does have to he ends up going to rehab. The mom doesn't want him, Ellen, she doesn't want him to go to rehab because he's already behind. But at the end of the day, it's what's best for him, because if not, like, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And yeah, it was going to get way worse before it got better. And I think that for him to like have a chance at like really like graduating high school and, you know, going to college and all that, like, rehab was definitely something that he needed. So I am happy that they decided to actually take him to rehab, because he was really struggling. And I really like Marcus. Like, he's such a great, awesome guy. Like, he's so like, he's very mature for his age, for the typical, you know, like whatever 10th grader, whatever. Like, it's giving like really mature, and I'm so happy that he was able to that they were able to help him. So Marcus, like I stated, he is like struggling with alcohol. He's going through like a depression, and he's turning to alcohol to like cope with his pain. And like I said, he was very upset with Max, because she's like, you have a problem, like I want to tell, you know, mom and dad or whatnot, but he doesn't want that. He's like, if you say something, like, I'm never going to talk to you again. And that breaks her. Like, that's her brother. She cares about him so much. And you see flashbacks of them as like kids, and how they were just like, they were just so cute. Like, and you could tell it hurt her heart to see her brother like that. And they're twins, you know? So, he goes to a party, and he gets so drunk, and Max takes him home. The family, you know, they see him drunk, and it's this whole thing, and he's like, you know, basically, he's like, basically, he doesn't love himself. And that, like, that scene really broke me. And even prior to that, he was, like, drunk at the, he was drunk at Max's play, and it's just, I don't know, it was, I am happy in the end that Ellen decided to take him to rehab, because he definitely needed it. Even though he is behind, like, he's gonna have to repeat 10th grade, he definitely needs to, you know, address these issues before they get worse. I'm rooting for him. Like, I think he is a very, like he's young. He plays a young character on the show, but he's very mature. And I Overall, I give Ginny and Georgia a 10 out of 10. I love how they gave every character their own story, and we got to really get to know each character, opposed to, like, most shows, they really don't, like, really give much backstory to, like, the supporting cast. But I feel like every character in here, we got to know them a lot during this season and previous season. So I love it. I'm hoping that we get season 4 very, very soon. Like I said, there's a lot to unpack. We have what it looks like Jenny's mom and her stepdad coming back. Like George's not Jenny, George's mom and stepdad coming back, and Georgia's dad, who's incarcerated, been calling her, like, I've been seeing you, like, basically he knows what's going on, like, you need to be careful, like, you're out there now. And the end of the scene, we see the mom and the stepdad pulling up, and mind you, like, they were horrible to Georgia. So I feel like that's leading us up to the next season. Then we also have Joe and Georgia and their relationship, because they got closer during everything, because he was literally one of the only few people that was there for her. So yeah, we got that love story probably coming. I'm sure new characters are going to be introduced, so I'm excited. So yeah, let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Let's talk to me. Let's what you think about certain characters, certain situations. What would you like to see more of? Or talk to me, y'all. As always, I love you. Bye.